Good day, YouTube. I think it's the 10th of February, 2023. Pop quiz. What happens to a Craftsman lawnmower when you take it past 100 miles an hour out in a field? Or what happens if you leave a Craftsman lawnmower out back when you have a goat farm? You decide for yourselves which story you like best. That's what happened to this machine. Anyway, I picked it up for free. It's been sitting for a lot of years. Obviously, the machine's probably not viable to put back together, although it could be. Anything's possible. The hood's pretty trashed. The deck could be saved. It's not rusted out and such. So I need to figure out what to do with this, but it's got a Kohler Pro, a 16.5 horsepower single engine in it, and around here, that's good as gold. So we need to see about getting that engine running, if it will. Only thing I've done so far is drag it around here. I had to come back and fix all of my, because I drug it over here with the John Deere with a bucket loader and drug it against its will. It was fighting me, but we made it to here anyway. Almost impossible to get it in the shop. So we ain't gonna go there, but hey, it's a pretty nice day today. It ain't raining, so here we go. So first things first, only thing I did yesterday was pull the spark plug out of it. See it sitting on the seat right there, and I sprayed some seafoam in it, and I tried to shove some oil in it. I have a feeling the piston's near top dead center because it didn't take much, and that's it. I don't think the engine turns. At least I couldn't turn it from the plastic thing, so I was hoping for a miracle overnight. So let's put a battery in this thing, or get a jumper battery over here or something. Let's just get a jumper battery over here. Jump straight to the starter, see what we got. I see we have a solenoid on the bottom of the carburetor, so that thing's gonna have to be jerry-rigged in order to pass fuel if it functions. Just kind of taking this all in. Anyway, I've got a mower out back that probably could use this engine, and I wouldn't mind at all to just put that engine on the shelf if it works. So I'm really hoping, of all the stuff around here that we've been getting running here lately, this is the one I have the strongest desire to hear run and be good, because you could put that on just about anything that had a blown up Briggs or whatever on it. The Kohler Pro, my favorite engines, single cylinders especially. So let me get a jumper battery over here, and we'll see if we get this thing turned over, or if we got to pull the cowl off and put a breaker bar on the crankshaft directly. Okay, here we go. Okay, I got a battery and some cables. Spark plug is still out. Check the oil. Wow. So I got this at the same place I got the GT 5000 that we just did a Will It Run, and it had almost new oil in it. This has almost new oil in it, which means, to me, I think somebody took care of it. So, except for the last years where it sat. You always want to check the air filters in case there's mouse nests in it or something. You don't need to suck that stuff in there. Or sometimes the foam filters, they get rotten and... Wow, look at that. Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes the foam filters get rotten, and you don't want to suck the rotten filter in there either. So just have a look. Better to have no filter than a bad filter. Okay. Let's see if she'll crank. See if she'll crank. This is a 6-speed manual. I was looking to see what kind of trans it was and if it was in neutral. Here we go. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, let me pull the cowl off here and get a breaker bar. See if we can save it. Alright guys, I realized probably the bolt that holds the pulley on from underneath would be easier to get to than to pull off the shroud, and took a 5/8 socket. It didn't take much. The bolt was loose, like somebody was taking it apart, but I tightened the bolt up and it didn't take much to get the engine to turn, so it saved time and whatever pulling all that apart. So I haven't turned it a full revolution or anything, but I did get it to move. So make sure it goes all the way around. Feels like it's just fine. I hear the starter though. Uh-oh. Okay, I had a rough spot right there. Moving the pulley now. Oh, that's better. Starter popped out. There we go. Alright. Just crank it with a battery. Get our ground hooked up. Alright. Let me get something thrown down the carburetor, see if she'll bust off. I threw some gasoline down the neck of the carb. We'll see what that does. I disconnected the fuel line, put the spark plug back in. Alright. Let's try some starter fluid, shall we? Alright. Here we go. Copious. So, doesn't look like we got any sparkage. Let me figure out why. Or disconnect, kill altogether. Because the brake's on, key is on. Alright. Let me fiddle. So I unplugged a connector on the other side, I think. Had the kill wire in it. Not sure, not real familiar with these, but let's try it again. Should be enough of something in there to at least fire. Or not. Try that. Let me grab my Sparky checker. Sparky checker connected. No sparkage. Alright, let me dig. Well, I've unplugged every wire that goes to that engine, and except for the starter wire, battery wire, and cannot get spark. So now we got to pull the tins, the shroud. See what's going on. Eights and tens, looks like. Eights and tens. Broke one. Make that two. Tried to be easy on that one. That may have to come out. Don't know what we're going to find here. Oh, we got nesting supplies. Oh, we got like a CDI box here or something. Very interesting. I didn't know these had an ignition box. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to do a little research and development. I'll be back. Alright, I found a wiring diagram. Actually, on Kohler's website, they'll give you the service manual in a PDF for free. That's pretty cool. So, anyway, I downloaded the manual, looked it up. Pretty simple. This ignition system, that little box over here, is called a Spark Advance module. And this ignition system needs 12-volt power to operate. So I have made a jumper wire. I tied it into this harness, red to the red wires and white to the white wire. So white's going to be our ground. Let's come over on this side. Let's hook it up to our jumper battery. I'll show you this in case y'all run into it or you're trying to put this motor in something that had different ignition. So again, white is our ground, red is our positive, and I'm positive about that. Now then, do you think it'll run? Think it'll have sparkage? It's probably enough something in the cylinders to make it bust off. Let me throw my gloves on and we're going to spin this again, see if we got sparkage. It's kind of a fun thing about working on different engines and things is you get to learn a little bit. So this morning we learned a little bit. Did it pay off yet? Here we go. No sparkage yet. Okay. Maybe I'm not done learning. Well guys, down to not sure what. I've run the hot and the ground straight to the module, bypassing 100% of everything, and still no spark. So it's either that box or the coil is bad. They call that a Spark Advance. So now I've really got to do some research, and I don't believe I have any parts. I'll go look at my parts machines, but I don't think I have any parts. And my guess is to buy those two components for an engine with a big ass question mark on it is probably not the smartest business decision a person can make. So not sure where we're going from here. We might have to I might have to pull this engine off of this carcass, set it aside with a note on it. That maybe this is for future. Alright, but let me go do some research. We're not giving up yet. Alright, went back and studied that diagram again. Think I made a mistake. Yes, I did. So what we got here, white ground, red positive, and we have a ground right here. So guess what I did here? White ground, ground to kill. I have killed the spark by connecting that wire. So let me unconnect it. Try this again. No ground to kill wire connected. That'd be interesting. Come on, baby. Have some spark. We got spark. Alright. Cool. Now then. Probably should set that shroud back. Cool, buddy. You're gonna run. Oh. That's probably okay. Now let's try it, shall we? First you don't succeed, try reading the directions again. Wire. Smelled terrible, but she runs. Sounded good. So this has a silly fuel solenoid, which I could try to run jumper wire to and hook up a gravity-fed fuel can. Alright, give me a moment. Okay, I think we've got it. I've got the fuel solenoid with a jumper cable on it. I don't know if it'll work or not. We'll have to pull it off and cut it. I went ahead and restored the fuel tank. There was nothing in it anyway. So I put a new filter on and put a little bit of gas in there. It's flowing at least to the filter. So let's see what happens. Give it a little assistance. Well, I'm guessing that carburetor's not happy, or that solenoid's not opening up, letting fuel in. Let me think about this. Alright, because I plan to use this engine on another project, we're going to take this to the next level. So I pulled the airbox off, just a couple 10mm nuts, and pulled the rest of the airbox off. We tap this carburetor, see if she'll come off of there. Yeah. Been there forever. Wow, kind of stuckage. There we go. Let me get something to plug the fuel line with, because there's no shutoff on this thing. Wasn't smart enough to put one on it, and that gas is going to go everywhere. Yep, sure smells good. That's why we wear gloves. Yeah, you just can't get that off your fingers. Go see just how gross this is. It looks pretty bad. We're probably just going to replace it. Alright, we got the carb on the bench. Found a wrench that fits that. See if we can get that thing busted off of there. She's pretty ugly looking. Ooh, there it goes. These things typically, they're all stuck. I just pull them out, cut them off. Again, we're going to replace this carburetor, but I want to hear that engine run for a while, warm it up. If we can get the bowl off the carburetor and a drop of fluid in it, which means that needle and seat are stuck. No gas made it to the bowl. Oh boy. Alright, excuse me for a second. I gotta get a hammer. I might need a haircut. It's changing tone. Maybe it's because the grease fell off of it. Holy smokies. Alright, excuse me again. I'm going to get a screwdriver. Something like this. There. I saw it. I saw it. Did you see it? Save the old gasket. Ooh. Save it. Shave it. Trying to save the gasket. Try it from the other way. Come on. See if we can peel it off the carb body. Come on. Come on. Probably just going to disintegrate. Okay. Alright, we grab a pair of pliers. What happens when you're working on your toolbox, you gotta move once in a while. So we get some tools. Take the pin out. Pop the float out. Yeah, see, that needle is stuck in there. What we can do is we'll try to shove some carb cleaner down the hole, and then we'll go at it from this side. Again, we're just trying to hear it run today. We ain't keeping this. This thing is old, but we want to make it work. So I'm trying to get that needle off of there. It's stuck to the seat completely, and it's real tough. I don't want to just tear it off there because we'll destroy it. But, you know. Try and pound it down a minute. That's what happens when they sit. Well, the main jet wasn't completely plugged because it's passing fuel through it, but it is yucky in there. We're going to let that sit in there a second. We're going to have the correct size screwdriver if I can get that jet out. I don't even see a way to get it out. Can't wait all day. I'm gonna pull harder. Dang. I've had one other one that was that stuck. It moved, but it's still hard. There we go. There we go. All right. safety squint. I've had real good luck with the clone carburetors for these, so I have no issue putting one on it. Good chance this could be saved, but sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Again, I'm going to use this on a really nice little mower, the whole engine, so it'll deserve a new carb. So let's clean this needle up. Oh yeah, it's cleaning. We'll give it a final spray in a little bit. Floats good. Pin. It's good. We'll kind of hose this out one last time, hoping for the best. The gasket didn't survive too good either. A lot of corrosion on the throttle plates. Plate. Singular. Choke plate. It's pretty corrody. At least it moves though. Pretty yucky in there. Thought that was clear, it's not. Let me dig around because the main jet isn't clear anymore. Alright, I went at it with a single strand out of a piece of number 8 copper stranded wire. Pull a single strand out. I got it to go through there. It's still got buildup in there. This thing isn't going to run good, but it will run. Should run. This is how you take care of that. Just cut that off of there. They're a little hard. Yeah. Done. So that's fixed. Again, we're not going to use this. We're just want to hear it go. Get my little needle. But I don't think we heard it. It may not be perfect, but I don't think we heard it. Getting it out of there. Stick it back on the float. O-matic. O-matic. Slide it back down into the little seat. Ooh. Alright. I have a little more cleaning to do in there because it's not happy. I'll be back. Much better now. Gasket. Okay. Okay. Come on. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. We'll go stick her back on. Got it slid back on. Got the linkage on. We're not gonna worry about that ground wire. Put the air cleaner thingy back on. Save the screw. Click. Click, click, click. What do you think? Should she go now? Yeah. I believe it should run. All right, I'm gonna move you over somewhere safer. All right. Choke seems to work. We'll run with it. Okay. Still stinks. Oops, help it a little longer, I guess. Oh, I got the choke. Choke on. Happy with that. I didn't put much in it. Should be enough. Alright gang, here's the deal. Video's getting long. This carburetor is just not happy. It's all gummed up. It really needs an overhaul, but it ain't getting it. It's getting replaced. So it runs good. I'm going to bottle feed it for a minute if it will. And we're going to call it. So let's do that, shall we? Throw some gas down in there. See if it'll draw some in there. And that's what we get. So cool. I'm actually going to order the carburetor right away, so it shows up here in a day or two. I'll get the thing running, get real happy with it, and I'm going to pull that motor out of there and then sell off the carcass for parts to somebody. Cool, gang. Thanks for watching, comment, and subscribe, and thumbs up on the way out. Please catch you guys on the next video.